Hello and welcome to my weekly horoscope for week commencing the 25th of April. This is for the Sun or the Ascendant. I'm going to give you the key details to look out for, but then go on to give you each of the 12 zodiac signs in detail. So please stay with me for them. Now, of course, this week sees a stunning black moon, a solar eclipse in the sign of Taurus on Saturday, the second new moon of this month. The first occurred on the 1st, but this one links in a sextile with Mars, the planet of drive, of instant gratification. And over the next 6 months, I think this gives us a lot of impulse to really grapple with these new financial realities that we've been given in recent times and try to find the best way through them. Now, Mercury, the planet of communication, goes into shadow in the sign of Taurus on Tuesday. So there may be quite a lot of rethinking that goes on. Perhaps we are going to see changes, and changes coming quite frequently. Later this week, on Friday, Mercury moves into its home zone of Gemini, or one of its two home zones, but it will rewind back into Taurus in time. So we need to continue to think with as much dexterity and ingenuity as we can muster, not least because, of course, we have Uranus in the sign of Taurus as well, which is the planet of truth, and it's asking us to be more honest about our consumptions, perhaps of those those traditional fuels that we've become very dependent on, and just try to find more ways to flex around how we make food, how we eat food, how we consume energy, the way that we use any money we do have as effectively as possible. But Jupiter does continue a very positive link with Pluto this week. Again, if we can use our senses, our instincts, which comes very much from the sign of Pisces, it's going to be a good thing. But also in the second half of this week, a quite glorious alliance between Venus and Jupiter takes place. Venus is known as the lesser benefic, Jupiter the greater. They come together in an exact alliance where Venus is exalted and Jupiter the traditional ruler of Pisces. This can be really lucky for some people. I think a case of some karma coming to pass, some deserved karma, particularly if you've been someone who's been very supportive or helpful to people in the past. It may be your turn to be the recipient of other people's kindnesses and goodwill. But Friday also sees Pluto go into a retrograde, which will last through to the 8th of October. Pluto in Capricorn is very much about traditional power, but because Pluto is going to be moving for 2.5 months in 23 into Aquarius, and then into the sign of Aquarius for a longer period of time in 24, we're going to see some of those old power structures really being eroded. Perhaps some of the power that's being imposed in a negative way at the moment will make way. Let's all hope that might be the case. But please stay with me for your zodiac forecast. But if you would like to ascend above this information and grapple with more serious astrology, give me 3 pieces of your personal information of time, date and place of birth, and I will give you a roadmap that you can steer your whole life with, future forwards. This is with my special offer, which has 30% off with a character analysis and a 12-month forecast. Gain searing insights to guide your moves, but also unlock your true potential. Please see the link beneath this video. Also, if you're new to my channel, I'd be honoured if you would subscribe. Please click or tap on the bell notification symbol. And if you'd like to get your free written daily horoscope fired to your device each morning, please see also the link below. Hello Gemini, and welcome to your weekly horoscope for week commencing the 25th of April. Mercury, your ruler, not only joins your sign this week on Friday, it does before that just go into shadow, because of course it will then go into retrograde before rewinding back into Taurus. So something that's important to you in terms of your individual creativity or talent may sort of nibble forwards at the end of this week, but may need to go through a little bit more period of contemplation. And part of the reason for this is the solar eclipse, the black moon, which occurs in your 12th house as this week draws to a close. But it is linking to Mars in a very powerful way. In fact, the Sun and Mars are supportive to each other all this week. What does this mean? Well, Mars is in your sector of success. So if you want to big yourself up, for sure you can do that with Mars in the 10th house. But you need to use a degree of subtlety as well. And because Venus and Jupiter are combining in your 10th house, fortune can really come to you when it comes to your professional hopes, but I think it will require on you reaching out to people in perhaps not necessarily the ordinary ways that people try to do. I mean, social media is very, very important, but it may be that you need to orientate your own spiritual direction in order for your more public profile to actually take off in the way you want. And the more in touch you are with your deeper motivations, or more attuned to what they are of those of others you encounter, the more success will come to you over the next 6 months. But equally, this 12th house energy could just be that something you've been working on tirelessly over a long period of time is now going to come up and actually receive its public acclaim, in a way that is really deserved. So it just depends on where you are in what you're trying to achieve. But the psychological side of your inner world needs to collaborate with your desire for success and achievement. And that's not necessarily an easy mix to toggle. But with Venus and Jupiter together, there may be someone very influential who's more than happy to pour praise in your direction. But just watch out that there may be some elements of your world, some people in your world who are going to make way over the next half year. Perhaps a new reality in terms of your deeper needs is going to manifest itself. Perhaps also a big goal or ambition that you've had for some while could come to pass, but then as it does, you realise that you've evolved and you're wanting to move on to something different. So this is quite a complex week in some way, but definitely full of opportunity for you.